little bit more beeswax into my melting pot. Let that melt while we do the next step. Where's my lid? Hey, what to do with it? My lid has disappeared to my melting pot. Oh well, just set it over there. I'll zap it with the heat gun in a minute. Okay, so now you have your board. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take that napkin and you're going to, remember this, the beeswax is still warm. You're going to lay it right over your paper where you want to put it. Right over your board on top of that beeswax while it's still warm. And press it in. Now once you get it in here, something really neat is going to happen. And you'll see that in just a minute. Smooth it in there. Then you're going to take what's called, and this is also available from Ranger, a cool tool. And it is pretty cool. And I also like to take a little towel here. It's on, and this is like an ironing spatula. So you're going to take that cool tool and it's going to melt the napkin into the beeswax so that when it all is said and done, your napkin is going to be lying underneath your layer of beeswax, and it's going to look like it's hand painted into the beeswax. You won't see the napkin part at all. So here we go. I hope you can see this. You see it starting to melt? You want to go in slow and consistent strokes, and then I like to wipe the excess beeswax off so I get continual even strokes. You can do this with a regular household iron, but like I said, anytime I'm working with beeswax, I prefer to use professional tools that are made for this purpose. Number one, it's safer because it's been designed to work with beeswax. And number two, it's far less dangerous. I know that was number one. And number two I meant was it's not as messy as you were. Can you imagine trying to use a regular iron? The temperature might be too hot and you could get your beeswax running to a liquid state and running all over the place. You don't want that. So if you can see how it's becoming very faint, it's melting into the surface. And sometimes your little spatula here is not hot enough yet as you go, so you just gotta kind of play with it. See, I've got the beeswax on there very thick, so it's taking a minute to heat through those layers. Another little trick I like to do when it's giving me problems like it is now is I'll take my heat gun and heat up that tip a little bit more. You see it? See how it's starting to just fall under that layer. Or not fall, disappear under that layer of beeswax. This part does take a minute, so be patient. Heat up the layer underneath if you feel like that would make it easier. But you want to be careful doing that part, because that would be a shame to burn your paper. Okay, now that it's a little bit more melted, iron it down. Are you still with me? Like all art forms, patience is key. Things don't become beautiful overnight. Let's see, are there any other cliches I can think of to tell you while I'm waiting for this to melt? Okay.